Howdy folks, this is Checkers back with part 7 of our single player look at Mount and Blade Warband, and we are going off the beaten path, at least the path that I have trodden. We are going to take a look at trading today. So this is entirely new ground for me. Let's first take a look at a village over here. So we can go to a village and we can buy supplies from the peasants, and some things that we could buy, say like this flax bundle, we can buy here for 172. Now, is that a good deal? Honestly, don't know. But we can in turn then take it to Helmar and go to the marketplace and the goods merchant and see they'll pay us 141. So that wouldn't really be worthwhile for us. One thing we can do while we're here is go to the marketplace and access the local prices. There it is. So this is something that takes up a fair amount of in-game time, so you'll see the time continue after a moment. And it says, you overhear several discussions about the price of trade goods across the local area. You listen closely, trying to work out the best deals around. Continue. And as you can see, we're back out on the overworld map, and time is progressing. As the party member with the highest trade skill, 3, Katrine tries to figure out the best goods to trade in. Katrine finds out the following. Buying pottery here and selling it at Vercheg would bring us a profit of 34 dinars per item. So we could go to the merchant here, the goods merchant, pick up some pottery, and in turn take that to Vercheg and sell it for apparently 34 coins of profit. Now there is something else we can do. We can take a walk around the streets. So now we are basically on horseback, and we're going to ride into town, and we're looking for someone called the Guildmaster. So these are mostly just civilians, probably. Let's check this fella right here. Oh, got it in one. All right, well, mostly. So, Guildmaster. Hello, stranger. You seem to be new to Helmar. I am the Guildmaster of the town. Can you tell me about what you do? I am the Guildmaster of Helmar. You can say I am the leader of the good people of Helmar. I can help you find a job if you are looking for some honest work. Who rules this town? Our town's lord and protector is Alagur Noyan. He owns the castle and sometimes resides there and collects taxes from the town. However, we regulate ourselves in most of the matters that concern ourselves. As the town's guildmaster, I have the authority to decide those things. That's all I need to know, thanks. Let's see, what can we do? How is trade around here? We have shortages of wool, iron, hides, furs, smoked fish, cheese, cabbages, dried meat, fruit, olives, grain. So all of these things I guess we could try to import here. We have received many traders in town here. Travelers from Amarad, travelers from Ichamor. Okay. There's little news about the caravan routes to the towns of Uxkal, Tulga, Kra, Bariye, Darkuba, Dirim, and nearby parts, but no news is good news, and those are therefore considered safe. Also, the roads to the villages of Peshmi, Amashki, and other outlying hamlets are considered safe. How does the wealth of this region compare with the rest of Caladria? Overall, the wealthiest town in Caladria is known to be Yalin. Here in Helmar, we are poorer than 12 towns and richer than 9. In terms of local industry, the most productive town in Caladria is known to be Yalin. Here in Helmar, we produce less than 19 towns and produce more than 2. Production is, of course, affected by the supply of raw materials as well as the overall prosperity of the town. In terms of the output of the surrounding villages, the town of Dirim is the richest in Caladria. Here in Helmar, the villages produce less than the hinterland, around 20 towns, and produce more than 1. The wealth of a town's hinterland, of course, is heavily dependent on the tides of war. Looting and pillage and shifts in territory can make a major impact. In terms of trade, the town of Veluka is believed to have received the most visits from caravans over the past few months here in Helmar. We are less visited than 4 towns and more visited than 17. In terms of attacks on travelers, the town of Dirim is believed to be the most dangerous. Here in Halmar, we are less afflicted by bandits and raiders than 10 towns, and more afflicted than 11. I wish to buy land in this town for a productive enterprise. What does that do? Very good, my lady. We in the guild know and trust you. I think I could find someone to sell you the land you need. A couple of things to keep in mind. Skilled laborers are always at a premium, so I doubt you will be able to open up more than one enterprise here. In order to make a profit for yourself, you should choose a commodity which is in relatively short supply, but for which the raw materials are cheap. What sort of enterprise would you like to start? Boy, I don't remember what was, let's say never mind for now. Let's see what the shortages were. Wool, iron, hides, furs, beef, chicken, and pork. Let's think about wool, iron, hides, furs, cheese. Okay, so if I wanted to buy land, I could. Wool, iron, hides. Well, they don't have much iron. Maybe what we don't want, tannery to make hides. So they have a shortage of hides, so we could make hides. Very good, sir, or ma'am, as we are. The land and materials on which you may build your tannery will cost you 8,000 dinars. Right now, your tannery will produce leatherwork worth 570 dinars each week, while the hides needed to manufacture that batch will be 483, and the labor upkeep will be 50. I should guess that your profit will be about 37 dinars a week. I should, let's see, this assumes, of course, that prices remain constant, which I can virtually guarantee you they will not. Do you wish to proceed? Nope, 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 that's not economical for me at the moment, and it is certainly not. Let's see what they have for jobs. Well, you look able enough. I think I may be able to come up with something. We've had some fighting near the town lately with all the chaos that comes with it, and that's led to some of our less upstanding locals to try and make their fortune out of looting the shops and farms during the confusion. A lot of valuable goods were taken. I need somebody to teach those bastards a lesson. Sound like your kind of work? Sure, let's do it. Excellent. You'll find the looters roaming around the countryside, probably trying to rob more good people. Kill or capture the bastards. I don't care what you do with them. I'll pay you a bounty of 40 dinars on every band of looters you destroy until all the looters are dealt with. Well, okay, so we need to find looters. There's 17 of them. Pardon me. What do you want? Surrender or die? No, no, just forget the surrender part. We pretty much just want you to die. Okay, kids. There's only 17. This seems like a good chance to let the kids get some experience. I'll take a crazy crossbow shot. And I hit someone. Sometimes you just gotta take those crazy shots. Woo. Okay. I don't expect to have any difficulty just letting the kids play here. So we'll just kind of orbit the battle. Keep an eye out for runners. We wouldn't want anyone to get distracted by thoughts of home. Well, okay then. And no casualties, 17 killed, outstanding. 90 for some boots, that's all we're going to take. And look at that, 13 more looters. Come on. Looters aren't really worth very much experience though. Similar color until you mouse over them and you get that nice lavender. Hello. We want you to die. Charging the enemy, 55 of ours versus 13 of theirs. And I will try and get out of everyone's way. Maybe take another crazy crossbow shot. And can see the bolt, but no luck this time. Oh well, can't win them all. Just reload while we've got some time. Switch back to our axe. And once more, just orbit the battle in a lovely sunset. Shadows stretching across the battlefield. Somebody must be in the bait ball there. Okay. And good to go. Captured one looter. Oh boy. And no. Keep your goods. We have some upgrades going from a Swadian footman to a Swadian man-at-arms, so that gives him a horse. And Jeremus, our new recruit, can level. Tell me about your skills. Intelligence 13. Let's crank that up to 14. What do we have here? So, first aid and wound treatment. Awesome. And then we'll just run down Jeremus's list here and be on our way. Right? That's everyone? Good. Okay. So now we are looking for looters again. Let's take a look at resume traveling notes, deal with the looters. We have 20 days, so hopefully it's keeping track of whether or not we dispose of the looters. And who do we have? Swadian recruit to Swadian militia, Kargat tribesman to skirmisher. From daily training. Ooh, 3 more looters. Oh, you guys are hating life, aren't you? What? Just get them, boys. Go. Go fly, be free. Battle advantage 26. The horse could sneeze on this group and kill them all in an area of effect. But it's a lovely night to slaughter 3 hapless looters. If that hits anything, that would have been amazing. Okay, 3 down. And off we go, I guess, looking for more looters. I heard something other than that party. Right there. And the sound does, at least with the headset on, gives a good indication of where things are around you. So trying out trade seems to have been basically, at least for me, a way to try our normal thing. But, you know, that's good. That's kind of what I'm good at. You do actually, well, if you carve out your own empire, you will eventually have your own caravans. And, of course, burning villages is a great way to get a grub stake in business. And get all of those goods with none of the cost. Okay, there we go. Okay, and captured another looter. Crazy that. 63 for some boots. Sure, why not? And some more soldiers ready to upgrade. Kargat skirmisher to horseman. Horseman to, oh, here we go. We've got 5 horse archers and 2, so 7 archers, 6 lancers, so lancer it is. I don't think I have a veteran lancer yet. Let's see, slave driver to slave hunter. Good. And off we go. Oh, we are way away. So let's trot on back to the vicinity of Halmar. You can actually drive herds of cattle, which drives me nuts. It's a bit like herding cats. but it's not impossible to do. It's just a little strange. They kind of sort of have a mind of their own, so you kind of have to nudge them in the directions you want them to go. Let's check our notes. Nope, still dealing with looters, apparently. I honestly don't know if this is like something that has an end, or if I just decide I'm done with it and we turn it in. More folks upgrading with the daily experience. Militia. Okay. This is where spotting would come in a bit more handy. And if I recall correctly, the arrows here that you see tell us when someone passed by, they work kind of on a thermal property. The closer to red they are, the newer they are. As they edge towards blue, their tracks are essentially becoming cold. So we found that one group here. Kind of hoping we'd find another. Was it just around Helmar? Surrounding countryside. It's not really that specific. Farmers. Well, let's head over this way a bit. Cold tracks, probably ours. Okay, so I do not see any more looters. Let's go talk to the Guildmaster. Well, okay, first we upgrade tribesmen to skirmisher, and done. And into Halmar we go. And take a walk around the streets. I think the Guildmaster should just kind of be hanging out. Hey, they didn't give us our horse this time. I guess because the gates are closed. Good day. I've killed some looters. My scouts saw the whole thing. That should make anyone else think twice before turning outlaw. The bounty is 40 dinars for every band. I thought it was for every head. So that makes 160 in total. Here's your money as promised. Anything else you need? Not yet, sir. Farewell. I guess we can see what other kind of work he has. Oh, we're still on that quest, are we? Well then, I guess we best get a move on. Is there like looter base? I mean, I could just wander away too. And let the timer run out. That wouldn't really be all that hard. Let's whip into Peshmi here. Just, okay. Every once in a while you do that and you'll see, we'll recruit some folks that bandits have moved in. And you can train up the locals. Check a Mashki here. For basically the same reason, just to make sure looters haven't moved in. Nope. And of course the castle is just going to have the local flavor of military. Maybe some prisoners. If you do start to carve out your own empire, or you take work with one of the others, you can actually capture the lords as well, and you can put them, you can imprison them in I think castles and cities. Some soldiers are ready to upgrade. Swedian recruit to militia and tribesmen to skirmishers. And off we go once more. I'm tempted to just ride over to Vercheg just to sell off the pottery. If we make one more orbit of Helmar and don't see any looters, we're gone. Swadia has declared war against Rhodox, or Serenid Sultanate. Has declared war against Swadia. Swadia's having a bad day. Okay. So it is a viable thing to do to be a trader. It's just not necessarily something that I'm particularly well equipped to do. I really like the clatter and jangle of the horses riding into battle, so I am swayed by the song of battle. Vercheg is way, I think, that's where I think it is. Let's actually go look. It's way Rivacheg. Vercheg is there. Okay, so we'll just kind of point ourselves in that direction and upgrade our skirmisher there. And keep our eyes out for targets of opportunity along the way. The other thing to remember is if you side with a particular faction and that faction goes to war, the opposing forces will of course look on you as lunch meat should you not have an army to hold them off. So if you decide to pick sides, it's worth keeping it in mind how the political situation is evolving and who is at war with whom. And of course, once you decide to carve out, if you do decide to carve out your own empire, everyone will want to kill you, so no problems there. Eventually it will sort of settle down, but in the very beginning, it seems like just about anybody with an army in the neighborhood will try and take what you have gathered up. And as I believe I've said before, the only way I know to go from completely neutral status, like we are right now, to, say, if we wanted to go to war with the Nords here, would be to make them really, really angry with us. And the best way to do that is to raid their caravans and loot and burn their towns. Some of your companions, some of the named companions, are just a-okay with that. Some of them get really, really upset. So if you notice one or two are getting upset, it's probably better to release them and try and track them down again later if you want. Okay, so marketplace. I do not even remember what we paid for this pottery, but we're selling it for 110 apiece. I think that's more than what we paid for it. We'll sell off these boots, this vest. We are running low on food, so smoked fish for everyone. Oh, and some bread, some apples, fruit, fish. Okay. And return. I think we paid 172 for that flax. We're probably going to have a really hard time selling it off for any kind of profit. How are we doing for money right now? 4,400, not too shabby. I guess we could indulge ourselves over here. See if we can find a loose band of sea raiders who, you know, need to trade steel for their blood and experience. We could take on this sea raider landing. We'd get probably a fair amount of experience, a chunk of change, some loot, but then there would not be nearly so many sea raiders running around for us to play with. And wouldn't that be sad? 5-7 versus... Wait. Oh, we're evenly matched. This could be grim. So let's break off and look for that other group. Actually, first let's hit Rivacheg. Tavern. Oh, we're getting ambushed. No? Felt like we were getting ambushed. Wandering Minstrel. Nizar. Watchman. Wandering Minstrel. Greetings to you, most noble lady. What is it you do? I compose and write songs for the lords of the land and their ladies. Sometimes I sing about war, sometimes the virtue of kings, and sometimes, for the more sophisticated audiences, about the virtues of wine. For most audiences, however, I sing of love. Can I answer any other questions for you? Tell me about marriage and love among the nobility of Caladria. Caladria? I can't remember which it is. Calradia. Okay, nobles are an odd lot. In Calradia, a daughter is a political asset to be given away to a lord with whom her father wishes to make an alliance. Yet the great families of this land idealize pure love between man and woman, and I have seen many a hardened warrior weep copious tears at the doomed ardor of Sahira and Janun in the songs, even as he made plans to break his own daughter's heart. Fathers differ, of course. Some Calradian nobles will let their daughters choose a husband who pleases them. Others, however, feel that to allow their daughters any choice at all would be to diminish their own authority and insist on imposing a groom, whether she likes it or not. But the majority will steer a middle course. They will want to make the final decision about a groom, but will weigh their daughter's preferences heavily. Among other factors, a happy marriage is more likely to produce heirs, so there is a place for courtship and for the use of skill and passion to win a lady's heart. Do you have any other questions? Is there a place for me in the game of love? Lady, I will speak bluntly. Most of the lords of this land are looking for a demure maiden whose skin as fair as the snow, and your skin is burnt brown by the sun. They want a maiden whose voice is soft as bells, and your voice is hoarse from commanding men in battle. Also, although the lords of Calradia appreciate poems about love, most also want heirs, and few women can ride and fight while with child. However, not all lords will be so conventionally minded. We poets sing of shield maidens and of huntresses, of women who forged their own path without having sacrificed the chance for love. I would not tell you that it would be easy for you to find a devoted husband who will accept your ways, but I would not say that it is impossible. So that's a little bit of a look at marriage. I'm not really going to go through all of this, but that is all. I could learn about poems, but I probably know more than he does, so let's just be on our way. See if we can catch up with that group of sea raiders. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have seen if we could sell that flax. That flax is going to weigh like me, like a grindstone around my neck. All right, marketplace, goods. Buy my flax. 144, good enough for me. I'll take the loss. Food, we're good. Okay, head back. So, in general, I would say that there is trade in Mount and Blade Warband. I am atrocious at it, but it does exist, and there appear to be more options. Well, actually quite a few more options than I had actually thought there were. I did not know about the Guildmaster, and that the Guildmaster offered work. Previously, I thought my only chance at getting money were through tournaments and, of course, burning and raiding villages, killing armies, that sort of thing. But, you know, I've kind of gotten accustomed to my ways. Who are you there? Running away? Sea Raiders by 17? we are at time and we should go, but a lovely group of 27 Sea Raiders. Ha ha ha. If we can catch them together anyway, if they don't break apart. But we're moving at exactly the same speed, so this could be... They'll slow down when they hit the forest, but then again, so will we. And then they'll speed up when they exit the forest, and then a little bit later, so will we. So, oh, here we go. Well, it's not perfect, but how'd they get away? You let them get away? Ah. They're slower, though. I don't know why they're slower, but they are.
Less talking, more raiding.
I will drink from your skull. I am not afraid of you. We will fight. Charge the enemy. Not the best terrain for horseback, but, you know. Actually, it can kind of create a problem. Oh, but look at that beautiful line of guys to shoot at. Reload, reload, reload. Perfect opportunity. Get some crazy crossbow practice in here. I hope I don't hit my own guys. Alright, well, enough of that then. Fortunately, they came down into this lovely basin where we'll have room to maneuver and ride. Well, we lost a skirmisher. Hey, you guys don't have to climb that hill. We can service you down here. Don't fret about it. There you go. See? You can relax right down here in the basin. On foot. Hey. And there is a trade that I am far more familiar with. Okay. We lost one skirmisher. They lost 16 Sea Raiders with 1 wounded. We'll capture 1. Say done. Pick up a sword. Helmet. Axe. And I think that'll be it. Alright, and we have some upgrades. Carrot Skirmisher to Horseman, Militia to 2 Footmen. Horseman to, that would be Horse Archer this time. Tribesman to Skirmisher. Okay. Alright, so that was a bit of a look at trade and a bit more of our traditional riding through the ranks of bandits and raiders. For the moment, though, I would like to point out that if you look in the upper right-hand corner, you will see a small letter I with a white circle around it. These are cards and links to other videos that I've made. Also, I have a Twitter link in the description of the video and on my channel's main page. If you're on mobile, it'll be on my channel's About page. I would like to thank you for being the best community out there. Truly, you guys are awesome, and you make this an absolute joy to do, and I really do want to thank you for that. I would also like to thank you for watching. I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe just a little informative. I would like to invite you to subscribe, like, and to share if you so desire, and to ask you, above all, to please take care.